You see it sometimes, a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. And we saw it in the morning skate. They had, I give some credit to our sports science guys for their recovery program that they run. So we had a little hop there this morning, and really pleased with the way they were able to play and skate and focus. It's almost more mental than physical. We were a pretty fit team, but mentally they were really great on the bench. They were wired into it, and everybody had a piece, and I think that's important. You get to the end of a road trip and everybody's tired. That I thought Thomas Nosik's line was just really good in Edmonton and really good again tonight. So good on them.
I know this is always a tough trip. Would you take 3-2 kind of going into it? When you look back at it as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, so you start. You want to go 5-0, but with respect to the teams and where they are in the standings going into this trip, it's not easy going from Florida to the West Coast and working your way back. So it's never about the numbers. I like the way we rebounded. The 2 losses are important to us because we can learn from them. And I think in our last 2 games we were really good against 2 very, very strong rush teams, and they had their chances, but we did a pretty good job eliminating them.
Aaron Ekblad's having a great season, 3 points tonight. Just you've seen him for a couple of years now. Just what are you seeing from him this year in particular?
Well, if he could hit the inside of the post instead of the out, he'd have 35 goals by now. I mean, he is on an incredible run of hitting posts, but I think he's got that balance. He kind of was asked over the last 2 years to take a shutdown role and so give up his power play time, penalty kill only, and play against the other team's best, and then he dialed that right in. It was so good for us last year in the playoffs. And then he comes back into the power play, and he's got some confidence there, and I think we'll see the full kind of evolution of Aaron as a defenseman.
Minnesota's been so stingy defensively, but you guys did a great job wearing them down and really getting behind them to get some of those goals tonight, too.
Yeah. We're working on programs, too. We're working on things we're trying to get better at. The first goal, the Boquist cutback, right? The idea of hanging on to a few more pucks. We don't have the offensive zone time that we would like this year. Mm-hmm. Got some new guys in the back end. So each team has got kind of the core things they want to do, and then the things they're working on to try to get better as a team. That would be something that we're trying to get a little better at.
Mac had a nice goal there. What can you say about his growth over the last year?
Wow, he's come a long way, and he's a real interesting trajectory. So I'll kind of, you won't remember the play, but in Edmonton last night, he went right across the ice, finished a check on Darnell Nurse, came out with the puck, went over to the other side and did the exact same thing. And that's probably not anything that he's been asked to do in his career, but he's doing it now. And he's got that release. He actually hasn't been very lucky offensively. He had a bunch of pucks just he couldn't get a handle on, but that release is there. He is a world-class shooter at his age right now. I like that line the way it looked. So there's the advantage of adversity, right? So if you take Barkov and then Bennett out of our line, you got to find new ways to play, and then all of a sudden you discover new things.
I know. What does it do for the group when a guy like a defensive defenseman like Meeks has goals in back-to-back games?
Oh, he does not acknowledge that label anymore. It is the best because those guys don't get a lot of those, and yeah, they enjoy that more than anything else. A defensive defenseman, kind of in his style, really physical. He scores a goal. The bench loves it.
Any update on Jesper?
No, we'll get looked at tonight. Get looked at tomorrow morning before we. He's going to be okay. He's healthy, but we don't know if there's an injury there yet or not.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody.